Oh, yeah. These offenders, domestic violence is a pattern of learned behaviors. Yes. Um, Someone has learned the behavior that what you do is not questionable. Now, there are certain individuals, the need to hold batterers accountable for admitting prior acts of abuse in cases of domestic violence. We're going to have to admit the actual domestic violence of refusing to enforce the rights of American citizens. Now, there is the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, the NCADV. Yeah. Why don't you get me all the members and the IP addresses of these websites? Yeah. Washington State Coalition Against Domestic Violence. Mm-hmm. King County Coalition Ending Gender-Based Violence. Being a male. Yeah. I think I'm suing you. Now, I told you that my sons were taken from me because of gender based violence against being a man. Minnesota Center Against Violence and Abuse. Mhm. I just want to make sure, yes, because I put a sign here, Paul, yes, witness. There is a militant belief that men are aggressors, that men commit domestic violence. And when I inform you that the petitioner didn't sign it, yes, and you decided to issue it using a forgery, quite possibly too because of your dog family. And your dog is never wrong because we are going to worship the dogs once they take over civilization. Yes. See, the spirituality of the dog, they're smarter. They're absolutely necessary. And they're going to teach the citizens of this nation the lesson that they will be gods and we will serve them. Well, as a citizen of the United States, yes, Eric Rohrer, hmm decree of dissolution of marriage. I did not get any notice of court hearings. It was not my job to go looking for the dissolution of marriage. You are militant in your learned behavior that once you issue a court order, it cannot be reversed. It doesn't matter if the marriage certificate was from the United Nations. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you gave the petitioner everything she asked for, so that I have $180,000 in back child support. It does not matter because you have learned a pattern of domestic violence where if you issue an order, I cannot question you as a judge. Now, my wife has kept my sons in the wrong grade, 2 grades behind where they should be. Yeah. And you are not going to be held personally liable for issuing a dissolution of marriage where you did not give me any proof of service. Yes, the mail was returned unclaimed, and I've told you for the last 3 fucking years, you will never allow me to sue you. A pattern of learned domestic violence. This is the reality of what you did. I do not go asking judges to extend any mercy to me when I've not committed any crime. See this? Well, you can say a few words to the court before we issue sentence on you. Yes. You can say whatever you think that the judge should hear, and then the judge, in their mercy, yes, is going to consider what you have to say. I didn't actually commit any crimes. As stupid as it sounds, right. I wasn't in Bryn, Washington on June 16th of 2017. Now maybe my dog was. Something that you manufactured or some other ugly individual. Yes. That you made a movie about so that they went over there and they bothered the petitioner. Yes. I don't know what happened there because I wasn't there. Yes. But this pattern of the learned behavior of those in the family. I provide the actual evidence that I was in Port Angeles, Washington that day. Yeah. And every recipient of the email that has that evidence is personally liable. Now, all of them have said, well, we are not liable for our learned behaviors, but you are. I'm sitting in the study room at the library, yes, because every one of you have learned. If I can't sue you, you can't take what I own. That's a learned behavior. Oh, Judge Ken Williams, yes. Learned behaviors, Court Commissioner Basden, yeah. Learned behaviors, Swim Police Department, yes. You're all gods in your mind. See, when you first came to find out, yeah, you're a god. We're going to worship you. There's no possible way that I will ever have my rights enforced because you are a god. And nobody's going to tell you what to do because you're God. That's right.